Armin Sarukian does the facepalm emoji to the fact that when Makhachev leaves the lightweight division, Paddy Pimblett will move to number 5. For context, Paddy was ranked number 10 on June 30th and hasn't done anything since, so some people think they're just moving him up towards getting the title shot in January. For that proposed fight, Ilia Topuria opened as a 6-1 favorite in June over Paddy Pimblett, who's a plus 450 underdog. Ilia Topuria via KO is what many people think would happen, unless Paddy has that Scouser chin. Scousers don't get knocked out, according to him. You don't want to test that theory too much by leaving your chin out there to be hit. Paddy sometimes does that. Will Topuria be able to crack him? I guess we'll find out. Hamzat Chimaev arguing with the fake The Ritter account. RDR wanted to fight Hamzat, but that's not going to be happening. He lost to Brendan Allen over the weekend, so there's a new top 5 at middleweight. DDP, Amava, Strickland, Hernandez, and Brendan Allen. So some new faces in the top 5, and Anthony Hernandez and Brendan Allen, and now Adesanya sits outside of the top 5. So some changes at the top of the middleweight division. Amava's probably getting the title shot next against Chimaev. DDP could fight Allen. They got a beef and are only 4 rankings apart now. Strickland wants to fight Hernandez. Kind of makes sense now. They're 3 and 4 in the division. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez says he wants to return in January for that first Paramount card, which is expected to take place in LA. He wants to fight DDP because he thinks that fight would get him a number 1 contender spot and a title shot, but he says he is willing to fight anybody, including Strickland, on that card. Merab's an American citizen, so technically there are 2 American champs. The only American-born champion would be Kayla Harrison. Maybe Mackenzie Dern if she wins this weekend. She was born in Phoenix, Arizona, or is she Brazilian? I don't know, but she is losing her Brazilian accent. She's resetting to default settings. These refs need to take a point every time a foul is committed. I don't care if it's accidental. Refs pretty much can end these guys fouling each other if they just do their jobs. Every ref has a different sort of style of doing things, so there's not really much consistency. There's a lot of inconsistency just on one single card. Paddy's done next to nothing to earn that fight. I really hope he doesn't get a Make-A-Wish title shot for the legitimacy of the sport. He doesn't even deserve his top 5 ranking. The shot should go to Sarukian, but they're having him fight a hooker. Oliveira just got knocked by Ilia, and Holloway just got knocked out by Ilia. Gage is on a 1-fight win streak, got knocked out by Holloway 2 fights back. Paddy's won 9 in a row, but people will counter that by saying he beat a Wash, Chandler, Green, and Ferguson, and the Jared Gordon fight was a robbery, but it stands as a 9-fight win streak. The last 2 stoppage wins were impressive, though, against Green and Chandler. He has a big rivalry with Topuria. They've had many press conference moments, throwing shit at each other, face off in the cage, so things are trending to them fighting in LA in January. Former UFC heavyweight Sean McCorkle says he's not happy that he hasn't gotten money from the UFC class action lawsuit, and the UFC class action scam continues. No fighter has received a dime of their money, despite all the promises. Reportedly, BKFC struggled with ticket sales and revenue projections for their jersey card, and since Frankie Edgar was one of the highest paid fighters on that card, they allegedly tried to pull him off the card and renegotiate his deal to cut costs. Another sign BKFC's finances may be tighter than they let on.
There's a moment where I do ask Conor McGregor about the Frankie Edgar situation, because I had heard, and again, this was shot on the night, I had heard that it was a ticket issue. They did not sell as many tickets as they had hoped. I had asked around about it. I saw sections tarped off, and my understanding was Frankie was, the agreement was that he was going to get paid a pretty good amount of money. I heard 7 figures. I heard it was the highest payday of his career, and that's why he took it. And it makes sense. And then they didn't sell the tickets, and they didn't meet their marks, and so they offered him X amount, very low 6 figures, to just kind of walk away. And he said no, and then he pushed back, and they came to another agreement for a higher number, but nowhere near what he was going to make. Nowhere near what he was going to make. And he passed everything, what I was told, and ultimately they had to make that financial decision. I wish they would have just come out and said that. They did not, and they pinned it on his, history, medical, all that stuff, getting knocked out. The truth is, they knew all this when they signed him. And what I was told was he passed everything and there were no red flags, and he is upset that they're pinning it on this. And I can understand that. And so, yeah, that's not great. That is not great. And they're still trying to figure things out. Look, their Triller ownership has been called into question. The future has been called into question.
Tom Aspinall's custom fight shorts for Saturday's heavyweight title fight against Cyril Gane. Proud to partner to make Florida the Ultimate Fighting Championship capital of the world. UFC license plates will celebrate Florida's fans and fighting spirit that never quits. Let's advance the UFC Foundation mission one tag at a time. Dana White's It's Time. Natan Levy's first fight after no longer being on the UFC roster. He's fighting at the end of the month in Korea on October 30th. His opponent is a kickboxer with no MMA experience, so I guess Levy will just take him down and tap him out relatively quickly.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Where's my coffee? Why you only think about yourself?
Is he taking your coffee?
Real coffee.
Real coffee?
But he never bring coffee for me. What is this coffee? You think I don't deserve?
Never say never.
Never say never?
One day you will be ready.
You'll bring him coffee?
One day.
Habib, I'll bring
I
you
didn't
coffee.
find his car in outside. That's why I think he's not here.
Ah,
That is outside.
No, where?
It's not your problem. We're outside.
outside.
Don't come inside. It's outside.
Nice to see you. All right, yeah, all good. Right. Good luck. Oh, thank you. Have you been? Good.
Good morning, Mr. Jimmy. This is Dr. Bryce. I was wondering if you have taken your morning dosage yet. Oh, you have? Okay. Well, that's all right. I was wondering because if you hadn't taken it yet, I was going to say definitely don't take it. Yes, sir. It's the wrong stuff. I gave you the wrong stuff. In fact, it's the exact opposite of what you need. Yes, sir. The good thing is you've only been on it for 3 days. Okay. You've already took this morning's. But what I was going to say, Miss Jimmy, is now drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water. Try to flush this stuff out. Try to flush it. You can eat. Don't eat. You can drink a lot, but don't eat. Yeah, that's right. And if you make it till tomorrow morning, just come into my office, okay? Yes, sir. In the morning. Are you there? Mr. Jimmy, you there, sir? Any signal? Maybe bad signal? You there, Jimmy? No, I lost him. I'll have to call him back.
Dana White says UFC's in a place right now where fans are buying tickets. Even before we announce the main event, some people think that's just scalpers. But if it is the case, they don't have to worry about putting on crazy main events because they're going to sell out anyways. Some fans are priced out because the tickets are very expensive, but UFC wouldn't really care because they're still selling out. Bo Nickal taking on Rodolfo Vieira next month, probably going to be on the prelims. Earlier in his career, he would have scoffed at that. Now he's more humble about it.
I remember the specific instance. You asked me, if I was going to be on the prelims, and I kind of scoffed at it, and that was a little bit, in my mind, I think I was definitely arrogant, but, there was a little bit of truth to that coming in my position, but at the same time, it was arrogant. So I feel like, I don't really care where I fight. Where the UFC wants to put me first fight on the card, then I'm happy to do that. And, it's definitely part of this, humbling, as I've said. So, I don't feel like I should get anything that I don't deserve and that I didn't earn. And I want to earn everything I have. So, if I'm on the prelims, then that's great. I'm pumped about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you want to donate, you can via Super Thanks. Until next time, thanks for watching.